Walk through Pattaya today and you feel something's changed. The lights are still bright, the music still loud, the beer still cheap, but the faces are older, the energy slower, the magic dimmed. Every man who's been coming here for years feels it, but struggles to explain it. What really happened to Pattaya? Where did all the young women go? Why does a place once overflowing with life and attractive bar girls now feel like it's running on memory alone? To understand that, you have to go back to the beginning. Pattaya wasn't built for tourism. It was built by circumstance. During the Vietnam War, American soldiers on rest and recreation leave came here for the beaches, the bars, and the women. Local families discovered that one night's earnings in a bar could equal a month's work in the fields. It was simple economics. The formula worked, and when the war ended, the system stayed. Through the 1980s and 1990s, Pattaya evolved into the pleasure capital of Asia. Flights got cheaper, tourism exploded, and a constant flow of young rural women poured into the city. Most were in their 20s, fresh out of school, uneducated, ambitious in their own way. For many, bar work wasn't shameful. It was survival. Each year, new faces replaced those who left. It was a self-renewing system. Young women came, made money, sent it home, moved on, and others filled the gap. That was Pattaya's golden era. The streets were alive, and for the foreign men who came here, it felt like endless youth. But every system depends on conditions that don't last. By the mid-2000s, Thailand was changing fast. Smartphones arrived. Facebook, Line, and online marketplaces opened new ways to make money. You didn't need to stand under neon lights to meet people or earn income anymore. Young women could work in offices, shops, or online, often from their hometowns. The social stigma around bar work also grew. The world was watching now, and the internet never forgets. A single selfie from a bar could follow a girl forever. So the next generation stopped coming, and the ones already here stayed. In the past, older women would naturally move on, pushed out by younger arrivals eager to take their place. But that cycle broke. When the fresh faces stopped coming, the older ones simply remained. No one replaced them, so there was no reason to leave. That's why when you walk those same streets today, most of the women are in their 30s, 40s, or even 50s. They aged, but the system didn't renew itself. Pattaya grew old in real time. A city running on the same generation that once made it thrive. At the same time, the rules tightened. Police checks increased. Visa runs became harder. Bar owners avoided hiring anyone who even looked too young. It was safer to keep the older workers, the locals they already knew. Bars themselves kept turning over, new names, fresh paint, brighter lights. But the faces behind the counters stayed the same. No amount of chrome or neon could replace what once made a bar successful, the beauty and youth of its women. As the nightlife softened, the city filled the gap with new kinds of visitors, families, tour groups, and packaged tourists from China, Russia, and India. They brought money, but not the same energy. Pattaya became safer, cleaner, more respectable, but the wild edge that once defined it slowly disappeared. Meanwhile, the marketplace of desire moved online. Apps like Tinder, Thai Friendly, and Telegram replaced the bar stool and the beer. The young and attractive no longer needed to come to Pattaya. They could connect and earn from anywhere with a signal. At the same time, Thailand's economy had grown. Better education, service jobs, and online income meant new options beyond the nightlife. The next generation saw less reason to travel to a city built on yesterday's dreams. They'd also grown wiser. They knew most foreign men weren't looking for wives anymore, just quick escapes from their own routines. As that happened, the city's new mass tourists filled the streets by day, shopping and sightseeing where the nightlife once ruled. What remained at night was a quieter, older scene, nostalgia for some, confusion for others. The bars didn't evolve, they just aged in place, waiting for a crowd that never returned. And yet the lights still flash, the signs still promise what they always did. But everyone senses it's a performance now. The girls play their parts, the men relive their youth for a week or two. Many of the dancers today are coyotes, inked, enhanced, louder than before, doing what they must to stand out in a shrinking market. If they're not older, they're often heavier, shaped by years of late nights and easy calories. For some, this kind of work still fits. Every country has its night shift, and its hustlers who feel at home under neon. The change hasn't been sudden or absolute. It's crept in year by year. Search long enough, stay out late enough, and you may still find that rare diamond in the rough, a flash of the old magic that once defined the place. But those moments are fewer now. It's not about connection anymore. It's about continuity. The show must go on, even if the meaning has gone. There's an evolutionary truth buried in this. The male brain is wired to chase novelty, to seek reward, to pursue youth. It's the same instinct that once drove men to explore new lands, to hunt, to compete. But modern life has saturated those circuits. Constant screens, endless choice, cheap dopamine. The thrill that once required risk and effort now flickers behind a touch screen. So the mind keeps searching for a place where the hunt still feels real. That's why so many men keep returning here, hoping the next trip will feel like the first. But it never does, because time changed the environment and the hunter didn't adapt. We're chasing echoes of a vanished age, still following ancient instincts through a modern maze. Look ahead 10 years and the pattern is clear. The current generation of bar women will be gone. There's no one behind them waiting to take their place. The bars will keep turning over, new owners, new names, new decor, but the essence can't be rebuilt. You can change the lighting and the furniture, but you can't bring back the youth or the innocence that once powered it all. A few will manage to capture a flicker of the old magic, but most will lose a lot of money chasing ghosts. In time, Pattaya will settle into something ordinary, a coastal resort like any other, with its beach crowds, shopping malls, and a token nightlife zone for the tourists. Everything that rises must fall. Nothing good lasts forever, depending on how you see it. The myth of endless youth will finally meet the reality of age, and what remains will be a city still shining, but mostly for the memory of what it once was, an end of an era disguised in neon. Pattaya didn't collapse. It just grew old. The youth is gone, the beauty faded, and the fantasy that fed it has burned out. The bars still glow, the music still plays, but the dream is over. The reason men once walked these streets has faded, even if they don't yet know it. Desire outlives its marketplace. That's what really happened to Pattaya.